So welcome guys to our new Going District Manager program. I'm really excited to bring this to you guys. So what it's going to be basically is the last Sunday of every month, so whatever date that falls. And the idea of this one is to strategize and plan the next month so that we're planned ahead of it, you know, like instead of in the month starting to plan it. And then again, another one on the 16th, just to review everything, see how we're going and reevaluate and set our goals for the end of the month and what we're going to finish on. Okay, so where am I up to? So when I say plan, have you all heard the saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail? It's so true, and it took me a couple of months in this business to get my head around that, but if you actually sit down and put pen to paper and plan this out, you're going to save yourself a lot of headaches, and it just makes things happen a lot easier for you. So work out what your goal is, for example, for September. We're coming into September, so your goal, me personally, if I was you guys, I would set a must goal at 3,000 and then a stretch goal at 6,000. So your must goal is what's like non-negotiable. You're going to go for your 3,000 so that you can finish district in October. And this way, if you're aiming at this and got everything in plan for this, you're definitely going to hit it by November. Rolling into December for qualifications is definitely possible, but it's just a bit harder. Obviously, people are starting to hit Christmas times and things like that as well. So we've got 3 months left of the year. So if you map out and aim to do district, aim for your 6,000 this month, because if you smash out district this month and build up your momentum, I've seen it happen so many times. People start to roll into area and finish off there, or are bonusing district and things like that. But you know, this journey is different for everybody. So, you know, you can choose that, or you can roll into doing it over 2 months, which is your 6,000, or doing it over 3 months, which is your 7,500. So I want to just go back to basics a little bit with everybody and just sort of re-chunk it down again. For some of you guys, you might even be interested in relaunching and restarting, which is so exciting. I've been doing that with a few people and it's been hugely successful. So feel free to reach up to your upline and just say, you know what, I'm just going to start all over again like I'm a brand new consultant and grab this and give this a go. Will you help me? Can we do another launch? Can we do another dream team meeting? You know, and how can I put this? Sometimes, like me, myself, when I come into this business, my upline who sponsored me, that's all she did was sponsor me. So in terms of guidance and things like that, I didn't have a lot of that from her. So I had to go up and contact Stacey and just say, can you just give me a hand? I'm not really getting much help from my auntie and I'm feeling really lost. And Stacey just picked me up straight away. So always know that your uplines are there for you. And if you're not getting what you need, just go up again and contact until you find someone who's going to help you and do what you need. I mean, there is a line on that as well. I really encourage you to be an independent learner. Everything you need to know is on iDesign. It is insane what is there. It really is. If you take that on to go and learn that and apply it into your business, I remember hearing, and it's so true, that you don't need an upline in this business, you need a frontline. And it's so true, you know, and we have amazing uplines in this business and I wouldn't be here today without them. So, and I am so passionate about sharing on what I have learned onto you guys. So if you ever feel like you need to contact me, go right ahead and do that. I can point you in the right direction. I can help you. I'm more than happy to come and relaunch you. I'm more than happy to come and organize a dream team meeting with you and all things like that. If you don't know what a dream team meeting is, jump on iDesign and check out the tile. They are so powerful, dream team meetings. They're absolutely awesome. I love them. They rock. And so powerful. And you can build so much QB from them. So where am I up to now? The next thing I wanted to touch on, you guys, really quick, I've just got a few little housekeeping things I thought I'd touch on and then I'd get on to the training, is Discover Arbonnes and how powerful the Discover Arbonnes are. There's a tile. Can you guys hear me okay, or is the background noise just insane? Give me a thumbs up if it's okay and a thumbs down if it's bad. Okay, so it's just me, they're distracting. Awesome. There's a tile on iDesign that's called Going District Manager. I think I have a photo of it. Hang on, I'll grab it super quickly. This one. Does everyone recognise them? Them tiles. They're called How to Become a District Manager and Make District Managers, and the other one's How to Elevate to Each Level. In these tiles are these forms, these 2 forms, which are absolutely incredible for you to print out and read off. I love this one here. This one's the District Manager section, and it's a checklist of all the things that you need to go through and make sure you're doing in order to become a district manager. I can't stress enough, and I remember coming into this business and kind of thinking I'm such a people person and I can talk and I've got this down pat and I'm just going to come in and sort of wing it. But the moment you decide to not do that and plug in and learn and, plan out your journey and treat it like a business, you'll see magic happen. I promise. It's insane how it happens. It's just not something you can wing. The best thing about this business is you're your own boss. The worst thing about this business is you're your own boss. Self-discipline really needs to come into play. Going district manager, I'm not going to lie, it's the hardest elevation in the business, but you do it. Every elevation's the same. Once you go district, you can go nation. It is honestly, that's exactly how this business works. There's a process, which is these checkpoints here. You follow them and show someone else how to do the same. That's all Arbonne is. That is it in a nutshell. I promise you, it is the simplest business in the world once you sort of get your head around that. Until you get your head around that, it feels like it's the most complicated business in the world, and it can be really quite frustrating. The only difference between you and I in this business is I've made more district managers. That's it. That's all it is. I've really mastered this, and it's not something that just come to me. It's not something I just winged. I really disciplined myself to learn the tools, and when my upline recommended a book, I made sure I picked up and read the book, and I did the things that would help me in the business. I chose to do that instead of watching a movie. I chose, no, I'm going to jump on iDesign and watch these tiles because I really, really want to grow in this business and learn how to do it. And that's the only way you're going to get on to the next level. One district manager is so amazing because, for starters, your pay rate doubles. You now get paid on every single person in your business. You now get paid on what you purchase out of your business. Your checks literally go from, I remember my first check in Arbonne was like $100 a month. Then I think it was like 120, and they sort of started to grow. And the third month I went district, and then they jumped up, and then they were like $400 a month. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then, when they go area, they jump up again, and then obviously, and they just keep growing like that. And what's so incredible is what you're doing is not changing. It's just duplicating. So the best you get this down pat and show others how to do it, the faster you're going to grow and the faster that pay is going to go. Does that kind of make sense with everybody? So jump on them tiles, print these out. One of the dot points I noticed in this tile that I thought I wanted to talk about tonight was find your local Discover Arbonne and attend it. If you don't have one in your area, start having one. I just want to stress to you guys super quickly the power of a Discover Arbonne. I remember when we started doing these up in Mackay, I went from a district manager to an area manager, the same first step area, the same month I started hosting Discover Arbonnes. I really don't think that was a coincidence. I'd been a district manager for like 6 or 7 months, and I couldn't work out how to move or how to grow. I was missing the most crucial power of the power of tens. I was missing the most crucial ingredient to the business. It was the one I was the most scared of doing. I think we can all agree with that. So I just pushed it off and pushed it off and pushed it off, and I don't want to do this one. And then I started doing them, and I kid you not, I remember one night up in Mackay hosting a D8 at Nicole's. It was so huge that one night generated 16,000 QV in my entire organisation. That's how powerful a Discover Arbonne grows to. And you going along to a Discover Arbonne, and just if there's one in your area, that just takes the pressure off you trying to put one together. Putting one together will give you all the confidence in this world, in this business, and this new light will start to shine from you. But if you're not ready to do that and there's one in your area, that's even better. You can just go along and attend. So either way, I love that saying, if you're going to question anything, question your boundaries. If you've got a big boundary around that Discover Arbonne, that's really going to hold you back in your business. So you've just got to be like, you know what? I'm just going to get this done, because that's what I did. And I remember setting up my entire house. It looked beautiful. I cleaned for like a week to make sure it was perfect. I put out all these beautiful products, and I had about 4 people that said they were going to come, and no one come. And I was devastated, and I was so upset, and I had rehearsed. I actually wrote out Cassandra House's Discover Arbonne word for word because I was so nervous so that I knew what I was going to say. I put so much preparation and practice into doing that, and no one come. And then the next week, a couple people come, and then they brought people the following week, and then they brought people the following week. And then my house was too small, and we moved to Nicole's house. And then Nicole's house, there wasn't enough parking on the street, so we had to get a venue to start doing a Discover Arbonne. And it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's the preparation and the things that you put in before then. But anyway, none of that is in my notes, so I'll get back to my notes now. So I wanted to talk to you guys about finding your Power of 10 rhythm. Who honestly looks at the Power of 10 and goes, I just cannot do that in 1 week? Anyone? I cannot do 2 parties, 4 tote drops, and 3 business appointments and a Discover Arbonne every week around my children and my full-time job. Who can't? Who feels like that's like, are you kidding? Totally be honest, because guess what? That's so many people. So I just can't stress enough that I don't want you to feel like if you're not doing that, you're not going to make a district manager. Find your rhythm. To me, I look at it as the Power of 10 is something I want to grow to do full-time. I do the Power of 10 now because that's my full-time job around my children, and my sister lives with me. I'm paying her to be my nanny because I can afford to do that now, and have a cleaner to help me out. And all I do is the Power of 10 as my full-time job that pays probably twice to nearly 4 times as much as the mums I talk to at school that are working 40 hours a week. And I do 4 tote drops, 2 parties, and a couple of business appointments and a DA. So can you see, like, it's something that might not generate overnight, but it's something that you want to work towards. So what I'm saying for now, though, is work out what works for you. I was talking to a couple of girls the other day, and they said they're doing their Power of 10 in a month. So every month they are like, I need to have 2 parties, 4 tote drops, and attend 1 Discover Arbonne this month. Now, that sounds so much more doable, hey? Like, oh, yeah, I can do that. If you do that, you'll go district manager on that. The Power of 10 is chunked down to 2,500 QV, right? So the average party is 500 QV. Your average tote drop is 150 QV. And your average business point when you sign somebody up or whatever, well, that can vary there as well. But just in sales is that. So if you're doing that plus finding people and talking to people, that's easy 3,000 QV for the month, which is going to put you halfway to district manager. You'll finish the following month. And then the next month when you do that, your pay is going to double off of that Power of 10 that you've incorporated into that month. Does that make sense? It makes sense in here. Sometimes when I get it out, it doesn't make as much sense. So, and I just thought I'd touch on a couple of really quick party tips and things like that for you guys too. Who has trouble booking product presentations and getting dates out of people? Who says, I'd love to have a party for you, and 6 months later you're like strangling them because they just won't put a date on the calendar? It happens to all of us. A little tip for that is to give them dates to choose from straight up from the beginning, and always close your exposure with another exposure. So for example, if I say, hey Renee, I remembered you said you'd have a party for me, and I'm so excited to get that happening. I'm so close to an elevation this month in September, and I was really hoping you could fit me in this month. I'm free on the 20th and on the 16th. Do any of them dates work for you? Flick them off to her. She'll message you back, and 9 times out of 10, I can almost guarantee you she'll message you back and just pick one. Say, yeah, I can do the 20th in the afternoon, because she realizes you really need it this month. You're not going anywhere. You've been asking and asking, and you're still asking, so I just got to get this done for her, And when you ask, really come from a place where you're asking them to support your business, not the product. If you go into an essay on how amazing the products are, they're going to backpedal from the party hugely because they're already feeling the pressure to buy and to get people around to buy. So just make it about your business. I really want to get into my Arbonne business and make it to the first level, and I was hoping you'd support me and get a couple of girls over for a pamper session for me. They only go for an hour. They're a lot of fun. I just thought there was no harm in asking. If you're busy, that's cool, but if you're free, I'd really appreciate it. And I can manage to do that. When do you need it? Send them the 2 dates. I can do this date or this date. Do any of them suit you? Lock in a date and run from there. And then, drop off your pamper baskets and shower them with gratitude. Who gets party bookings and then they ring on the day before and say, oh, I forgot about the party, no one can come now. Oh, no one's, oh, yeah, that's right, the party. Oh, I forgot. Can we change it? So this is where, you know, it's so, and I say all of this because I've been there over and over and over and over. Don't think us vice presidents just woke up one day and it was magically happening. We went through the exact same things, I promise. We heard no just a lot more times than you guys have yet, and just stuck at it and kept trying and trying different avenues. So, but one thing I noticed is very powerful in this business is to just shower people with gratitude. If they say they'll have a party, thank you so much. If they don't live close to you and they're like 2 hours away, send them a sample pack in the mail with a little note, a hole puncher note, and put a ribbon around it and just say, this is just a little something to say thank you so much for booking a product presentation with me. I appreciate it so much and I cannot wait to come over and meet some of your friends and have a drink. Don't say on there, I can't wait to come over and show you guys the best RE9 system in the whole world. It's pure, safe and beneficial and we don't test on animals, and you just don't go into all that. Just keep it super simple and make it sound fun. When you're asking someone for a party, you don't want to be like, can you do me a huge favor? You know, I just really love it if you want to know it's a pain. Like, you just got to have that tone that they're just going to do it and it's going to be fun, and I'd love it if you did it. It'll really help my business. You know, come from that angle. If someone asked you, oh, you know, I'm really excited about my business, I'm doing well, I'm nearly at the first level of management, would you get a couple of girls over and just help me get to that first level and have a little pamper session? Would you be like, nah, can't help you in your business, sorry? You know, you'd be like, of course, I'd like. And then if you got that letter, you'd be like, oh, I'm helping her in her business. You know, and if she lives close by, take over a pamper basket, put some nice products in there, some body wash and some nice things. And so I just wanted to drop you this pamper basket so you could try some stuff before the party, and just to say thank you so much for booking the party. And then call her a couple of days before the party. I'm so excited for the party. Don't just leave her hanging there and then wonder why the party gets cancelled because you've kind of forgotten as well. And then you kind of think to yourself, oh, she's probably going to cancel this week, and then they do. You know what I mean? Like, you sort of, yeah, that's it. If I love, what was it? How did they word that? Someone said if when you got to the party, there was like a big basket full of solid gold, would you make sure they didn't cancel that party? Like, you'd find a way to make sure that they love the party. Like, sometimes you sort of got to look at things like that to get to where you want to be. I love another little top tip with tote bag drops. The tote tiles and the party tiles and all these tiles on iDesign are just loaded with little tips that will really help you in your business. Ways I got a lot of tote drops here in Brisbane was I just contacted friends and said, I really love to see how this product goes on your skin. No pressure for you to buy or anything. I would just love it if you'd be a model for me for a before and after photo. If I left it with you for a few days, just for me to see, just to help me sell it with some selling points and things like that. Just ways to get it onto people's skin and to break that ice. Does that sort of make sense? And that way, it's a way to get it on their skin, and I can almost guarantee when you get there and say, oh my gosh, look at the before and after photo. You can really tell in your eyebrow here and in this eye, they'll be like, oh yeah, how much is this stuff? You know, like, they'll sort of start to ask a few questions. Oh, and if you have a party, that's where you can say, if you have a party and get a couple of people over, I can get you nearly 80% off. And it would help me so much because I'm really trying to grow my business here. Yeah, I want some. My friends would love this. Look at my eye. You know, like, that's honestly the reaction that you get. It's insane. So, and really, when you go there, like, expect that reaction. When I go to pick up my tote, I'm just expecting them to be like, that was the best darn stuff I've ever used. I just expect it. I expect to open the door to them standing there with their credit card. Like, have that mindset when you get there. You know, if you're kind of going there thinking, oh, they're not going to buy, I think I've just wasted my time, I bet you they don't like anything, you might not notice it, but that will be coming off you and they'll notice it. Do you know what I mean? Okay, what am I doing? I'm really trying to, I got a new goal of mine, which is to keep on time. So we're going to see how that goes. Where am I up to here? Oh, what are you reading at the moment? Are you reading books and things like that at the moment? I remember hearing Cass and Kelly and Stace and all of them telling me about this personal power hour and their personal development. And I grew up in a little town, so I'd be like, what is that you're doing? I don't want to play a CD in my car. I don't want to be brainwashed. I remember thinking that, but honestly, it is the most powerful thing you can allow yourself to do. These are my 2 top tips for books. I've sat them here next to me. The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson and How to Get From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by Jack Canfield. These are probably my 2 most favourite business books in terms of practicality and how to get into it. There's so many other books for inspiration, but start with these because they're phenomenal. And if you can start with small goals for yourself on your self-discipline journey, because I think to get anywhere in life, even outside of Arbonne, at some point we have to learn a bit of self-discipline, how to turn the TV off, how to put the Tim Tam back, how to sit down and make a shake and read a book instead, something and for me, I really struggled with that. I even actually framed my why and put it next to the TV. So there's so many little things that I Googled things, how to help me with self-discipline, because I was shocking at it. But if I can get past it, there's hope for all. But I remember hearing to just start with 10 pages a day. Just discipline yourself to 10 pages a day. 5 in the morning, 5 at night. Put the book next to the toilet. Don't take your mobile in the toilet. Put the book there. I bet you'll do 10 pages while you're on the toilet. Anywho, moving on. That's just a spot, but where you read. It is, right? We all do it. Who honestly hasn't sat on the toilet on Facebook? So just, right, I'm going to the toilet, I'm not going to take my phone and have the book in there. But little things like that, and I can guarantee you'll start to feel amazing from these books, and your friends will start to notice the amazingness in you from these books, and it will really start to change your life. Okay, where am I up to now? Does everybody watch the Power Hour video? Power Start video by Kel. We probably already knew a lot of that, but there's a few things in there that I thought just to touch up on and make sure you knew, especially the Facebook pages. So everyone's in all the Facebook pages that Kel mentioned. If she mentioned any page and you're not in it, just PM me and I'll add you in. So like the Discover Arbonne page, our page, the Budnick Nation page, these pages, honestly, if you just start your day there, takes you 2 minutes, you'll feel on top of the pulse when you get out of bed and start your day. You'll feel like you got your finger on the pulse. You'll feel on top of things and ready to go. And I put my heart and soul into our page. I really do. I do a lot of research, and I find that I only post the best videos and the best tips, and they're all tips from my books and all tips from top authors, and I don't just kind of randomly pluck them. Same with Kelly and same with Cass in our Nation page. So if you just keep on top of what's in there even, you'll always know what's going on in Arbonne World. You'll always know what's going on in head office, where we're launching next. And there's so much excitement and things to build from in there. Anyway, keep moving through. A big tip in this business, especially going district, and this is what I meant by finding your power of 10 rhythm, because right now where you are in the business, it's just activity. You really want to start to build that activity. Do your booking blitzes. That call with Kel the other week where she was explaining to us how to do the phone calls. Did everyone see that? Would anyone like me to repost that video so you can see it? I'll just don't have a pen anywhere. Oh, hang on, here's one. I'll just make a note to do that. Repost Kel's vid. Yeah, but like when you start, you go to so much effort to do your booking blitz and to get your parties and your tote drops, your business appointments, your dream team meetings, these things happening. So when you start to do that and get a full calendar, firstly, how amazing does that feel? It's like, oh, it's happening. Like you get so excited about it. And I really think because in your heart of hearts, you can do this and you know it's going to happen and you're going to achieve something for you. And as a mum, I know a lot of us on here are mums, just getting a little bit personal here, but you spend so much time doing your husband's thing and your kids' things, and you really start to lose having your own thing. And for me, when I started to find this business working, I was so excited to have found something for me that I was achieving myself. It felt really phenomenal. So, you start to, that's the trick to staying in this business and keeping your momentum happening, is to keep your calendar going and keep your reading and keep that buzzing happening. But basically, when you go to a party and you're prepared for that party and you rock that party, I can guarantee you'll get another party booking and you'll get a business appointment. If you go to that party and you haven't had any training, you haven't watched anything, you actually don't really know too much about the products or the catalogue, you don't really look like you know where you're going in the business, no one's going to be interested in joining, and no one's probably going to want to book a party because they might not have even been asked. They might have wanted to but not asked, because you didn't understand how to ask someone to do that. Do you know what I mean? Does that sort of make sense? So it's so important to jump on and watch the trainings before you do it, because you're kind of sabotaging yourself by not. When you know what you're doing and you get to that party and you get the booking, that saves you going back and badgering the list of people trying to get another party, which is the worst part of our job, right? For me, that's like the worst part. I hate going back to my list and contacting people again. Once I got out in Mackay and when I first started my business and started to really work out how to rock this party, I'd get in my car and go to a party with like music pumping, and I'd be so excited. I wonder if there's another consultant here. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen here, how many party bookings I'm going to get. I'd go in and give that party 100%. I was so excited about it. And then I'd get my business appointments and my bookings from that, and that's how my business kept moving. I wasn't messaging people on Facebook and stuff anymore. I was growing from doing my work consistently. Does that make sense? I was rocking my totes. So when I'd go and pick one up, they would ask me to take it to their cousin, or I'd say to them, if they wanted a few products and they weren't interested in having a party, we could do like a tote party. And if you know 4 people who might want a tote bag and they place orders, I can get you 80% off your order from the orders that they place. Oh yeah, I know 4 people. Bang. As soon as you say the words, they're going to get a discount, and keep your totes moving there. That part of the business is so much easier and so much funner. And once you start to get momentum building, it's like this magical force comes and joins you. It's insane. And shit just starts to happen. It just starts to get done. So that's what you want to get at. And hang on. That's right. It's not who you know now, it's who you meet tomorrow. And here's a little fun fact. 90% of my Arbonne business now, and actually every single one of you on this call except one, I knew before I started my Arbonne business. I only knew Amy. And Amy's one of the newest people on the calls in the business. So I met all of you through either your upline or through parties and totes and things that I just kept moving through my business, which is quite insane. My strongest legs in my business I met at parties and tote drops. So, there's something so powerful there. So find your power of 10 rhythm and find how you can implement that into your business and start there. This checklist is phenomenal to get you to district. Number 1 is join Arbonne. We've all done that. Number 2, register so that you're on your iDesign site. Learn the 4 parts of the power of 10. And as I was saying earlier, I really encourage you to be an independent learner and learn how to do that yourself. Jump on, because all the information is there for you to learn it at your time, at your pace. And it's honestly, I don't like training out them parts because Cass does it and the girls do it perfectly on the tiles. Perfectly. And it's like, just watch that, because I don't know you're going to get the perfect training on exactly how to do it. And I don't want to think I've told you something and missed out a vital tip, So jump on and go over them and just go through this list. It's got book in your 2 product presentations. So, once you jump off tonight, go back to them people who said they'd have a party. Send them the 2 dates, or, send out them messages. Keep it super short and sweet. I just would really appreciate you if you could have a product presentation for me, or a pamper session, or whatever you want to call it, and just map out your goals. So set your goal for September. Me personally, like I said, I would do my must goal and a stretch goal. I always set 2 goals. One goal that's like non-negotiable in my mind, I'm going to hit it, and one goal that I would love to hit and I'm going to strive for. And if you go for that one, you're always going to fall back onto your must goal. So my must goal would be 3. My stretch goal would be 6. So that if I hit 3 this month, I've only got to hit 3 next month and I'm a district manager. And if you sponsor someone into the business, there's 2. And don't be afraid when you go to a product presentation, when you see someone there enjoying it, say to them, you'd be amazing at this business. I'd love to have a coffee with you and tell you about it. And I can promise you your heart will be in your throat. you'll be like, oh, I'm going to go say it. But once you start saying it, it just comes so naturally. It doesn't bother you anymore. It's just, honestly, it's like word vomit for me. I say it so often, and here's a little fun tip too that I'll finish on because it's 8 o'clock, so I've got to jump onto the next call. But the last person who hangs around the party is often the one who's the most interested. So make sure you're the last person to leave your product presentation, and whoever is left at the end, say something to them, because I can guarantee they're hanging around because they're too scared to say it in front of everyone, but they really want to know what you do. They always hang around to the end and go, so, I'm from Townsville. Do you think our one would do good there? Or, I would love to have a go at something like this, and all sorts of things. So, and I always say to that person, you'd probably be great at this. I'd love to tell you a bit more about it. Oh, yeah. I'd love to give you my curiosity pack that I have here. Being prepared is like 101 to getting to district manager, having all the tools that you need. And once again, all of that's on your checklist and everything on iDesign. All right, lovelies. I'll have to love yous and leave yous because I have another call, but I hope that was good tonight and made sense. It's a topic I'm so passionate about, so I jump from category to category and I get all these ideas and want to share so much. But yeah, have your checklist out and tick it all off. But this form is the main form you want to get, and this one's called How to Promote to District Manager and Make District Managers. Okay. You're welcome. You're all welcome. Have a great night, everybody, and I will talk to you all super soon. Bye. Contact me anytime. No, thanks, Jackie. You guys all rock. But please, I can't stress enough, contact me. I would love to get a message. Let's relaunch. I'd be like, woo, I'm coming to you. I'll get on the plane. All right, guys. See yous.
All right.
Bye.